Yo, what up, Sinners? Infinite Sin back with another reaction today. We just got done with the Too Cool for School album, and I've had a couple of you guys come up to me and tell me that there's a hidden track. Hidden tracks are like usually the best song on the album, right? I haven't heard everything apparently because there's one more. It's called Road Path, so we're gonna check that out today. I'm sorry if I freaked you guys out. By the time you guys see this, we'll probably already be on our third album, but you know, we got to make sure we cover everything, because I don't want anyone freaking out or getting the wrong idea that I'm skipping songs for purpose or anything like that. So today we're going to check out Road Path. Hope you guys are ready for it. I'm ready for it. This is going to be an actual breakdown with a listen through a lyric analysis and then a little bit of extra tacked on after the fact. Important things to discuss before we get rolling with the new thing. Hi, if you're new, my name is Infinite Sin. I do BTS lyrical analyses. I listen to BTS songs. I do a lyrical analysis, and then we watch a little something extra. If you're into that kind of thing and want to know what the song's about but don't want to do all the work, you're in the right spot. If you like what you see, please hit the subscribe button, follow my links in the description. Maybe you get a little bit of extra out of it through my Patreon and Twitter. Always got something going on both of those. And if you have a little extra time, want to help out some people who need a little bit of help, you check out my mental health charities. We're doing it until March 14th. Get a little something out of that too as well. How's the camera look? Do I look orange? I just had to rearrange some settings on the camera. I know you can't see me because it's a big thing, right? This thing. I feel like I got it right. I'm wearing my hat backwards. I never do this. So we're just testing it out. Beard's a little scraggly. Forgive me. We're in the process of getting it down to here. So it's gonna look weird for a few months. Great things take time. Also, we got a thing going on. I'm about to make an Ask Me Anything video. So if you got questions or wanted to ask me anything since you started watching any of my reactions, or as long as this channel's been up, you got a question for me, you want me to answer it on a video, I will put it up shortly after this. I'm probably going to do the recording after this video, and because I already have a lot, but we can make it a serious thing. We can make it a continuous thing where you ask me anything you want, I'll answer them. I'll give you an elaborate answer. I won't give you a short answer unless it's just rude, you know. Wow, look, I got my lights up in the where's that come from? Wow, really, my lights are in the way. Okay, way to go. Didn't even notice that. Anyway, so we got all kinds of technical difficulties going on, but I think I got them straightened out. So I've been talking. So I hope you guys enjoy this today. This is the last song on the Too Cool for School album. It's called Road Path. Let me pull everything up and we will do the listen through. If you're here for the reaction, this is the part where I give you my reaction. I'm gonna listen to the song, I'm gonna give you a reaction, then we're gonna move forward. If you only want to stay for that, you're more than welcome to bounce if you want. You won't hurt my feelings at all. I understand. So all right, so let's get this bread.
Yeah. What's up? You know time flows like stars. 시작은 Eminem 가비 on 에픽하 따라하는 걸 넘어 내 랩을 적고 새기다 보니까 벌써 어느새 내가
It's vibing.
그때 내가 쌓아놓은 통 다 But we don't know the future 쉼없이 꿈꾸던 중 날 묶어버린 현실의 덫 그 정신의 덫 뜨거운 가슴은 내가 머리에 져버렸어.
That beat, dude. I like the computerized piano in the background. Bass. Okay. I thought it was gonna be a solo, so that interesting.
2013년 연습생으로 있었지 3년을 내 모습은 고등학생에서 어느새 커버린 어린이가 됐어. 욕심에 새치가 많아지고 그만둔 친구들은 하나둘씩 갈라지고 가족 없이 난 외롭게도 서울에서 만난 세 번째 봄 데뷔가 구하는 걱정이 없어질 줄 알았어.
The harmonies at the end of the verse are nice.
현실은 달랐고 주위에서 날 말려도 빛도 안 보이는 터널들을 나 홀로 걸어서 혼자인 줄 알았는데 알고 보니 일곱 맨발이 아닌 방탄이란 신을 신고 앞으로 나가야지 한 발 더 새롭게 떠 서울에서 맞은 네 번째 봄.
Interesting. I like the way that ended that verse. It's real delicate. Almost like he's out of breath.
수십 년을 해 내 걸음은 솔로 향하네 그저 춤이 좋아 시작해 넌 내가 이제 무대 위에 섰네 그 사이에 많은 고통과 상처들을 이겨내고 날 갖춰
I like that. How he went from a delicate to a it's kind of like he amped up crescendo into this verse.
이제 나 새롭게 비춰봐 세상이란 백지에 방탄도 새겨봐 더 불켜진 내 미래 열어가 웃음을 지어 모는 now 넌 달라졌을까 다른 길을 택했다면 멈췄어 뒤돌아봤다면 oh hey yeah hey yeah 넌 뭘 보게 될까 이 길의 끝에서 네가 서 있을 그곳에서 oh hey yeah hey yeah 넌 달라졌을까 다른 길을 택했다면 멈췄어 뒤돌아봤다면 oh hey yeah hey yeah 난
Damn.
뭘 보게 될까 이 길의 끝에서 네가 서 있을 그곳에서 oh hey yeah hey yeah
Damn. Okay. Let's let it round out real quick. Okay. So here's what I have to say. Let's get ready for the playback. Wow. What do you say to that, man? Like it was I mean I have some things to say about it, but it's just like it was right in the middle, you know, of where it needed to be, essentially. So it was just like at the start of this album we had a nice flow of like he came out swinging, came out hitting We Are Bulletproof Part 2, the skips, all the way up until like, and you got I Like It, and then it just kind of mellows out a little bit right there, a little bit of heartbreak in that song. And then you round it off with everybody, you know, spitting vibes and showing off their skills a little bit in the Circle Room Cypher. And I thought that was the end of it, but then we go to this song, and here we are with a combination of both the rough, like, in-your-face stuff with a nice smooth lounge vibe molded into one song. And that's different in a lot of good ways. I appreciated everyone having a little bit of a part in this, right? You can hear Jungkook singing through very, very, you know, gotta give my bias some credit, right? You know, hear Jungkook's harmonies in there just floating with the wind, doing its thing, you know. And then you've got RM's verse, which I thought it was just going to be an RM song, with the way that the beat was cranking, with the way that the way it was produced, with the beat bumping. And you've got the piano, which is digital piano, but it's still piano, doing its thing in the background. And then you've got the bass line coming in to kind of swing it into the lounge vibe. And what did it was the bass line for me. The bass line of that song just brought it into its full molding circle, I guess you could say. It's hard to... Someone asked me, so what's your favorite song on the album? I really can't tell you at this moment. I'm going to have to listen to it again, but I will definitely declare one eventually. And but so far I really like Circle Room Cypher, and I like it. I need to break down the song, make sure I know what it's about, because I don't understand Korean. If you're new here, I don't understand Korean, which is why we do listen through. We're listening to the music. We're not listening to the lyrics. The lyrics is in the next part. One of the things, you got Yoongi's part was just as equal as RM's part, but I like how Yoongi did his thing where he was spitting the verse, and then at the end of it, it didn't just like steadily go through, kind of like RM's, because when RM does his thing, it's usually a steady flow, right? And then Yoongi did this high intensity thing at the beginning, and then at the end, he kind of like, almost like he ran out of gas. In a way, like he ran out of gas, but it was a nice slow down. It wasn't like an abrupt stop. Does that make sense? For me, that was the best part of Yoongi's part. And I like RM's part because he's always consistent. He's always starting off the song with a nice vibe, and you know, best leader going on right there. I'm sorry if this seems heavily edited. I just want to make sure I get all the good parts in, and I'm pausing a lot to get my thoughts together. So if you see snippets, it's not because I left anything out. It's just because I wanted to cut the time I'm sitting here thinking about it. Definitely excellent. Well put together song. Covers all the spectrums of the album, right? good harmonies, good flows, good interaction between singers versus the chorus and verses, J-Hope's part in the bridge. I've noticed that there's a pattern between the way that they sing songs. They have steps that they normally follow. And it would almost seem out of the ordinary to not see it done that way, because most of the songs I've heard are done that way. We got RM, right? And then in comes Yoongi. And then usually anytime Yoongi sings, J-Hope's right behind him, right? You got Jungkook, he's usually either in the intro or in the chorus or at the end, right? Jimin likes to do tags on the bridge with his high notes. And Tae is usually a chorus guy, where he's adding something special to the chorus, which, you know, if we need that smooth, buttery voice, Tae's the guy to go to, right? And then we got Jin, who is screaming. He's a screamer. And Jin's a very underrated guy. People don't give him enough credit for what he does to the group. His facial expressions, the way that he gets into it every time he sings, you can see the pain on his face, like him putting that emotion into it. And I love that about the guys. So I'm starting to ramble here. But I love long story short, I love the way it's put together. I love the way they do their thing. I love the way that the song sounds. I love the way that every song sounds, but I love the way that this band this group couldn't be the same group without one of them. Like, we went so long without Yoongi, and now that he's back, I'm so happy. I don't know if you guys have been seeing this in the videos, but I scream every time I sing Yoongi, and I notice him a little bit more every time I hear him, because he's been gone. So it's different. But overall, a great listen. I love the song. I'm going to listen to the lyrics and make sure that I know what the song is about. If you guys want to come along with me, you're more than welcome to. That's next. If not, you're just here for the reaction. Hope you enjoyed it. Give me a second to pull everything up, and I'll be right back, you guys. Alright, so we're back. You guys know what's up. We do a lyrical analysis. What we do is we're going to listen up to the chorus. We'll do a verse breakdown. We'll do a chorus breakdown. We'll repeat until we hit the end of the song. And in the end, we're going to find out what we really wanted to know about the song is, what are they singing about? Do we connect with it? This is more along the lines for me. I know most of you guys already know what this song's about. You'll probably know more than I do. And anything that I miss or get close to or I'm far away from, you guys can leave in the comments for me. This is your opportunity at the end of this to educate me. So I always say, hey, drop a comment if you have something to say, because it could be good, it could be bad. It doesn't matter. I prefer good. Try to be nice. And but this is your chance to help me understand what I'm not getting if I don't get anything. I mean, most of the times we're pretty close. But a lot of the times I miss a few things, and you guys are always there to educate me. That's what I love about you guys. Y'all always know, and y'all always make sure that I know, so that I don't look stupid later when I'm trying to talk about it. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get this underway. I've got dual set as my lyric thing. Lyric thing? Yeah. The angles are weird here. And then I've got a color coded. I don't know who's doing it. I think it's this K-pop.vine, whatever. Y'all go show them some love. Show Big Hit some love too for the original version of this song as well, because they're the ones who own the content. I'm not making any money off of this. This is just strictly for educational purpose. I have this here to keep me on track, make sure I don't lose my spot, and I have this here so that so that I can have a proper translation and we can understand anything. And with those two powers combined, we will figure this song out. So let's go ahead and get started. Oh, my headphones aren't on. Let me turn them on. Okay, I think good. Yeah, alright, let's go.
Yeah. What's up? You know time flows like stars. 시작은 Eminem, 가비 on 에픽하 따라하는 걸 넘어 내 랩을 적고 새기다 보니까 벌써 어느새 내가 홍대 그때 내가 싼 온통 다 건데 But we don't know the future 쉼없이 꿈꾸던 중 날 묶어버린 현실의 덫 그 정신의 덫 뜨거운 가슴은 차가운 머리에 져버렸어 그렇게 내 선택이 옳다며 맹신하던 그 와중에 천산지 양만지 모를 그것이 말을 해 제대로 해볼 생각 없냐고 Yes or no 망설일 시간은 없다고 더 바보는 되기 싫었던 난 이곳을 왔고 3년이 지나갔어 So the earth is long, life is short But now from earth is life, life is sports Do it on 난 달라졌을까 다른 길을 택했다면
All right, before we get rolling on to the second verse, we're gonna review this. Now, I think my thing is like sized weird, so if you're not seeing it as we go along, I'm sorry about that. I'll have to fix it later. So what he's saying in the first verse is, yeah, what's up? You know, time flows like stars. In the beginning, it was Eminem, Yarion, and Epic High. Going beyond imitating them, I wrote and carved my own rap, and somehow found myself at Hongdae already. And Hongdae is, I think it's Hongdae, not Hongdae. Hongdae is an abbreviation of Hongik Daihakyo. God, I'm messing this up. Hakyo University, and also refers to the area nearby. Hongdae is a vibrant area known for its indie music scene, clubs, arts, and so on. RM used to be an underground rapper releasing and performing tracks under his then name, Runjranda? I don't know what that means. Y'all let me know what that means. So back then... So that's interesting. It's a little tidbit about him I didn't know, at least. So back then my lyrics were all crap. Essentially, stubborn, old fogey? What is fogey? It's pronounced Kondae. Kondae is derogatory slang describing someone, often somewhat older, who is stubborn about keeping old standards and judges other people who are not following their own standards. Oh, wow, I know a few of those. It says, but we don't know the future. So it's talking about the game and how I used to get into it, right? In the beginning, it was Eminem, Gary On, I don't know who that is, or Epic High. It says, going beyond imitating them, I carved my own rap. Instead of just sounding like them and trying to do what they did, he decided to follow his own dream. And somehow found myself in this underground scene, right? Back then, my lyrics were all crap. Stubborn, old fogey, right? They were the typical normal things you probably already heard, right? The trap of reality that tied me up, who had been dreaming nonstop. Oh, that trap of youth. My fiery heart lost my cold head. Damn. The trap of reality that tied me up, who had been dreaming nonstop. Oh, that trap of youth. So it's like, as a kid, you've got dreams, right? You want big things to happen. Big things, big house, big car, big rings. Yeah, okay, anyway. You've got all these dreams of success, and that doesn't stop when you're a kid. You continue to have them as you grow older, but I think as a kid, the world is your oyster, and you've got all these possibilities, so it's probably more prominent. As you get older, you learn that dreams are harder to come by in terms of achieving. I mean, if you put in the work, it'll happen, but you also learn about bills and being an adult, and adulting sucks. So, to me, who had a blind faith that my choice was right, the thing that I can't tell whether it's an angel or a devil speaks to me. So you don't know whether if you should follow your dreams, if you shouldn't follow your dreams. It's like, it could lead you to success and all these wonderful, great things. But if you don't ever succeed in attaining your dream, where does that leave you? Kind of makes you question whether or not you should do it. Which I say, don't ever stop. I mean, you can continue on with a regular life and still have your dreams and work on them, but it should never be a reason to quit. Asking me if I want to do rap seriously, yes or no, telling me that there's no time to hesitate. I, who didn't want to be any bigger of a fool, came to this place. And I think that's what he's trying to say right there. It's like, do you follow those dreams and risk never succeeding in attaining those dreams and looking like an idiot? Or do you quit and just go about the mundane of life? Or do you follow those dreams and succeed? Like, do you never give up? You know, I think that's the big question here. And 3 years have passed by. Some say art is long, life is short, but now for me, art is life and life is sports. You just do it. And he's saying, don't ever give up on your dreams there. So some say life is short, but for me, life is sports. I just do it, like the sports brand Nike trademark. That used to be an old Nike slogan. I don't know how many of you are old enough to remember that one, but that used to be a big Nike slogan. So into the chorus says, would I have been different if I had chosen a different path, if I had paused and looked back? Oh, hey. You'll never know. I mean, like, it's obvious, yeah, things would have been different, but aren't you glad that you didn't settle, you know? What will I get to see at the end of this path? Where will you be standing? Oh, hey. It's like, the support that you have in attaining your dreams is also a big contribution to whether or not you succeed in getting them. Because like if you have people constantly hating on you and telling you you'll never make it, or that you need to be an adult and do the right thing, whatever that means, you got people trying to hold you back. If you let them, then you'll never get where you want to be, right? And are you willing to go down the path of guaranteed failure, or are you willing to go down the path of possible success? Like, I tell you guys all the time, if you believe in something, then stand for it. If you want something, go for it, and don't let people get in your way if you know that's what you want. Even if you can't do it now, doesn't mean you can't do it later, right? Doesn't mean you won't be able to do it eventually. So the only person who's stopping you from doing what you want to do is you. Interesting. Okay, let me back it up a little bit. Go.
시간이 흐르고 2013년 연습생으로 있었지 3년을 내 모습은 고등학생에서 어느새 커버린 어린이가 됐어 욕심의 새치가 많아지고 그만둔 친구들은 하나둘씩 갈라지고 가족 없이 난 외롭게도 서울에서 만난 세 번째 봄 데뷔가 코앞이면 걱정이 없어질 줄 알았어 다루실 게 없는 현재에 난 눈을 감았어 현실은 달랐고 주위에서 날 말려도 빛도 안 보이는 터널들을 나 홀로 걸었어 혼자인 줄 알았는데 알고 보니 일곱 맨발이 아닌 방탄이란 신을 신고 앞으로 나가야지 한 발 더 새롭게 떠 서울에서 맞은 네 번째 봄 난 달라졌을까 다른 길을 택했다면 멈췄어 뒤돌아봤다면 Oh hey yeah hey yeah 뭘 보게 될까 이 길의 끝에서 네가 서 있을 그곳에서 Oh hey yeah hey yeah.
Okay, so we got Yoongi's verse, right? He says, let me find it. He says, countless times, y'all can see that, right? Okay. Countless times have passed and it's 2013. I've been a trainee for 3 years. My appearance from a high school student became a grown-up child without my knowing. And it's just like, you grew up, but you still look young, right? You grew up, but you still look young. And you're a trainee, you're on your way to doing what you want to do, right? Which is good, but you're still a kid. There are more premature gray hairs of greed, and those many friends of mine split off one by one. Oh, ooh. So you went after what you wanted, and in the end, your friends started to trickle off one by one because you found something that you were willing to achieve and go after, and they weren't really there to go along the ride with, go with you on that ride. So essentially they were adults, they started doing things the normal way, and since your path didn't really lead the same way that their path led, then you're left with them slowly kind of growing up and becoming their own person. And we all do that. We all grow up, we all become our own people. But your friends, the ones who really mean, like their friendship really means something to them, and it means something to you, and you'll never lose those friends. Even if, like, you don't talk all the time or you haven't seen them in years, best friends usually pick up right where they left off, like, and don't even notice it. It's like nothing changed when they're around each other. But we all grow up, and I think this line, there are more premature gray hairs of greed. The gray hairs of greed. And greed is an ugly thing, and I think using the term gray hairs is a signification of like ugliness in terms of beauty. Yeah, I don't call people with gray hairs ugly. I got a ton of them, okay? And I'm only in my 30s, so it's a sign of stress and hard work, right? And I think that's where it's implemented at. It's not meant to be a term of ugliness only in the term that greed is an ugly word. But gray hairs being seated and showing up without knowing all of this, it's referring to the situation that all of this stuff is just kind of happening as he pursues his dream. So interesting wordplay there. I like that. And it says, without family, lonely. What is that? Lone Lily? Without family, lonely, I greet. As I've never heard that word. Maybe they mean lonely. Huh. Or maybe it's like, I will alone feel a certain thing, lonely. I greet the third spring in Seoul. So it's his third year in Seoul, and he doesn't have any family. He doesn't have any friends. All right. I thought all the worries would be gone when the debut gets in front of my nose. To the present, with no room for change, I closed my eyes, and the reality was different. And even though people around me tried to stop me, I walked through the tunnels without any lights, alone. I thought I was alone, and then I learned that it was 7. So he was saying that this entire time he was struggling, he thought he was alone. He didn't have any friends helping him. He didn't have any family there. Nobody was really supporting his dreams, right? And the reality of a debut was a little bit different than his dreams. And dreams are often going to be a lot different. The reality of a dream is going to be a lot different than what you had imagined it. And that's the cruelty of it all. Success does not come without its own strife. And I think that he says, I thought I was alone, then learned it was 7. He's like, he thought he was the only one feeling this way, but when he finally got to debut with the other guys, he learned that they had all been going through similar struggles. It was all their dream too, right, to debut. And they went through, although their struggles were probably different in a little bit of a sense, I bet they felt the same things. So, rather than being barefoot, I wear the shoes that are called bangtan and go forward another step, afresh, more the fourth spring that I will greet in Seoul. Whoa. It's like hard to think that he's come this far. That's what that line means to me. Hard to think that I've come so far. In the beginning, those first few years, I didn't have anybody. And then this last year, I found the guys. And now look at where I'm at and all the things that I've got because of that fact. He stuck to it. The hard work paid off. He went through a struggle and bonded with the guys. And now they're in a spot where they can actually do something. And that's interesting. That's cool. That's cool when you feel that way. Especially like if you work with a team, it's weird being the new person in a team. It really is. Especially when you don't know anyone. You don't have any bonds with anyone. You've just got to work with them and get to know them. And sometimes it's harder, especially when it's a bunch of guys, because, like, you know, put a bunch of brothers in a room, eventually a fight's going to happen, right? There's going to be indifferences and arguments and stuff. But they learned to work through it, and they did it as a team, and that made their bond stronger. And now he doesn't feel so alone anymore, because not only did he go through that struggle, but they all went through the struggle too, but it was the same struggle. Instead of differentiating struggles, it was the same struggle. And that's awesome. And we got back to the chorus. It says, if I had chosen a different path, would things have been different? As I pause and look back, what will I get to see at the end of this path? And where will you be standing? It's just because you don't know. You don't know. And that's the beauty of that journey. It's awesome. Okay. I'm talking a lot. I'm sorry. 내 걸음은 서로 향하네 그저 춤이 좋아 시작했던 내가 이제 무대 위에 섰네 그 사이에 많은 고통과 상처들을 이겨내고 날 갖춰 부러져 바에 휘고 말자는 나의 관념을 살려가며 3년을 달려 내 가슴 안에 있는 별들을 밝혀 이제 나 새롭게 비춰봐 세상이란 백지에 방탄도 새겨봐 더 불켜진 내 미래 열어가 웃음을 지어 먹는 now Okay, so that's the bridge. It didn't sound like a bridge. It looks more like a verse than a bridge, but we'll go over it. It says, the year of 2010. This is J-Hope. The year of 2010. My steps head to Seoul. I, who started out just because of the love for dance, now stand on the stage. It's pretty self-explanatory. This is from the audition, right? Overcoming many pains and scars that occurred in between, I prepared myself, making use of my life principle to bend rather than break. Ooh, poetry in the making there. It said, making the use of my life principle to bend rather than break, comparing that to his dancing. Ah, that was nice. I like that. That was a good read. I ran for 3 years and ignited the stars of my heart. Now I try shining a new light on me and carving Bangtan into a black page that is called the world. Calling the world a black page. Is it black or blank? It says black, but it's almost like blank. It should be, I feel like it should be blank. But if it's black page, the world is a dark place. The world is a cruel place. The world can be a tough place to be in, right? And now that he's got Bangtan, it's not such a scary place to be in. I walk towards my future with more lights turned on. I put a smile on a face in the far future, haha. So with all of this new bond and what's the word called? This brotherhood he's got with the guys and this company and the support of all of them instead of the support of no one except his dance. He now has a brighter future, which I guess that's what the black page is supposed to be. It's supposed to be the dark road, the path not, what do they say? The path less traveled, right? If you have ever read that poem, it's a great poem. You guys should check it out. It says a lot about life, and you can see a lot of references here to that as well. And then we go back to the chorus. Would things have been different if I had chosen a different path? As I paused and looked back, what will I get to see at the end of the path? Where will you be standing? And it repeats a couple times, but that's the end of that song. So we'll go ahead and listen to the end of it, but so far I'm liking this. And JK better be careful. He's giving Jimin a run for his money on my vocal bias real quick right here. So that's the end of that. That was Road Path. I really like the message behind this because it's like, I'm really supportive of it because I tell you guys, follow your dreams, do your thing. Don't let anybody stop you because really the only person who can stop you is you. If you're feeling lonely in this world, know that you're not, right? I know that the journey of places, dreams, and things that you want to do can seem super hard and super lonely and it sucks. But there is someone in this world who wants to see you succeed. Does that make sense? Even if they don't say it. And you're going to have people who want to see you fail. Some people just want to watch the world burn. It's what the Joker said, right? Some people just want to or not the Joker, but that's what Alfred said in the Dark Knight. Some people just want to watch the world burn, right? And that's just who they are. They get off on seeing people fail because they couldn't succeed on their own. And it gives them more relief to watch others be in misery. Misery loves company than it is for them to watch you succeed. And the people who love you, the people who actually give a damn about you, are going to be the ones to support you. Even if your idea sounds dumb, they're going to be there for you to at least say, hey man, if you want to do it, right? Even if they might not immediately think that you can, they'll be just like, let's see what you got, let's show me, they want to see the results turn out for the positive. And I say this all the time, and I mean this, if you guys ever have anything that you need help with, to whatever extent that I can help you with, I will, even if it's just like a pat on the back or a little slap on the butt, like get out there, you could do it. Like I'm there for you guys. If you ever need to talk to somebody or you need motivation, hit me up, hit up Army. 'Cause y'all are the best community. Y'all keep me so grounded and y'all keep me going. And I love that about you guys. And I love being a part of this community because of that. I don't ever feel alone in anything that I do anymore. Because I know that if things go wrong, I can turn to Army. If I need motivation, I can turn to Army. If I need reviews and people to tell me what I need to work on or what's the word here? Correspondence. Army's there for me. So it's even if the world came tumbling down tomorrow, I'd still have Army. And I love that about this. And it's probably the best thing that's ever come from my YouTube channel was that I met Army. So, alright, a little sappy. Gotta move forward, sorry. Great song. I love the lyrics. I love the translation. Kind of gives us a little bit of context on their backstory and where they were going with it mentally. I need to watch a little bit of extra stuff to kind of get some context. I would really love to watch a video where they talk about how they got into BTS. I think that would be a great video to watch. If you guys know a link or something, throw it in the comments for me. I would love to check that out. I would do a reaction on that for sure. Put the pieces together a little bit. But that's it for that one. I'm gonna go ahead and find a live or something, a little extra, so we can tag it on at the end of this and we can sit back and enjoy. I hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't know anything about this song, hey, now you know a little bit more, just like me. But I'm talking a lot. I feel like I'm talking a lot. I'm probably talking a lot. So I'm gonna go find this and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have a version of it. It's a live performance, but it is on paid content, and I don't want to get copyright striked for this, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna have to pass on a little extra. If I can, I'll try to record the reaction, maybe put it on my Patreon as a little extra thing, and hopefully you guys can enjoy it. But I'm sorry, you guys. I talked for so long and I can't put the extra stuff at the end of it. It sucks. But hope you enjoyed this song, guys. I enjoyed this song. I enjoyed this album. It was a great way to wrap up this album. We are officially done. We are moving on to the next album. I don't know the name of it because like I wasn't paying attention when I pulled up Dual Set, but we're on to the next album. So hope you enjoyed everything. I can't wait to see you guys on the next one. And I can't wait to make our way through that album so I can actually go buy it and open it up on a live stream and see what we get inside of it. And just to say that we have it. So merch collection is going to slowly grow little by little, and I can't wait for that. So anyway, I'm getting out of here. Great song, great album. Love you guys. Y'all stay safe. Y'all stay healthy. I will check you guys later.